You are listening to Metal Massacre, playing the best of hard rock and metal, and making Metal Mondays great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
This is Don Dokken, and you're listening to Kendall on WCLH Metal Massacre.
It is Metal Massacre on 90.7 WCLH, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Hazleton, and surrounding areas. And it's just another Metal Monday here for me, playing some Dokken. That was the latest from them, their single, recorded with the classic lineup. The track is called It's Another Day. Also a video out for that one if you haven't checked it out yet. Great, encompasses what I love about Dokken. Of course, George Lynch is playing. Also, it's modernized now. I love George's playing now. Just saw him last night at Penn's Peak. I'll get to more Lynch Mob later on in the show. For now, I'm sticking with Dokken. And then, of course, you have Don writing the great melody and lyrics over the instrumental that provided by Jeff Pilson. And George Lynch, and of course, completing that classic lineup, Wild Mick Brown. Now let me tell you about Wilkes Now, Wilkes University's student-run newscast. It's now on YouTube. Wilkes Now uploads their full shows every week. Broadcasts also include sports and other segments from campus and the local community. Search Wilkes Now on YouTube. If you are interested in joining the Wilkes Now team, contact jacqueline.karofsky@wilkes.edu. That is mostly open for students coming to Wilkes next semester. We'll be starting once again with all these extracurricular activities. My favorite one being WCLH, what you are listening to right now. I was honored to receive recognition from the Communication Studies Department at Wilkes for my extracurricular work. That involved the TV, what I just mentioned, some work with The Beacon, which is our newspaper, and most importantly, WCLH. They gave me an award. I went to an award ceremony over at the ballroom of Wilkes University. And when I went there, since what I was most recognized for was my work with WCLH, being metal director here at the station, I decided to accessorize with some pins. And I thought, what better pins to encompass this show, Metal Massacre, than my two favorite Donalds. That would be Donald Trump on my shoulder, and then Don from, Don Dokken next to it. Now, Don, if you were at the show at Penn's Peak, the Dokken show and Warrant show in October, you might know that, he wouldn't necessarily agree with that. But that, I think, sums up this show, Metal Massacre. Some Donald Trump, some Don Dokken, always a great time. And when I was coming into the studio for the show, I was running late. My mom, last minute, was asking me if I wanted to go to the grocery store with her. And I thought, it's kind of cutting it close. I hadn't gotten the show prepared because it typically takes me a few hours here to prepare the show and the playlist. But I said, hell, I'll just go to the store with you. I got 2 days left. What can I screw up, really? And props to her because we didn't spend too much time in the store, the grocery store, because usually she'll spend all day in there if I go with her. You know how they put all the aisles together in a certain order so you hit each one. Like, you only have to go down each aisle one time. She usually doesn't do that. She goes back and forth between aisles, and it takes about 2 hours to get the grocery list done. But today, props to her. I usually say that's because, she needs some more hobbies. Let's get her some more hobbies. Don't spend all day at the grocery store. Let's get on to other things. But I was kind of almost going to be late coming into the show because I went grocery shopping with my mom, but I was tuned into WCLH coming into the studio, and I heard those first few chords on Dokken's song, Too High to Fly, which happens to be their longest studio recorded song, 7 minutes. So you might have heard it if you're a longtime listener of WCLH and tune in all Metal Monday. Dokken always keeping me covered, providing me with great songs for this show, and a long one there to help me start my show on time today. So I'm going to continue with Dokken, but a lot more bands to follow. I'm going with Kiss of Death. So I guess technically this isn't Dokken. Let me explain. Yes, they originally performed Kiss of Death on their 87 release, Back for the Attack, but this time it's covered by progressive German band Vandenplas. And this comes from their Spirit of Live release They did it as a bonus track on one of their other releases, but this time it's done live, and guess who joins them on stage? It would be the man himself, Don Dokken. So here it is, Vandenplas, Kiss of Death. Keep it locked right here on Metal Massacre.